tell everybody that I'm tripping and that you have not become Suge Knight. Because if you have, then we'll deal with that and we'll figure it out. But everybody's feelings are hurt. Nobody feels like you have come through for them. Everybody from the LBC, please respond to this, because I'm not here to try to point the finger. But when Dash tells me something, Julian tells me something, and then there's like 20 other people that's telling me other things that are surprising. Because the last thing I thought that you would be is the new Suge Knight.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, things are getting messy because Ray J just stepped straight into the drama and started publicly calling out his own cousin, Snoop Dogg. And listen to this. Ray J says people inside the music industry have been whispering that Snoop is slowly turning into the next Suge Knight. Yeah, hold up, you heard that correctly. We're talking about royalty disputes, frustrated artists, and claims that talent connected to Death Row Records might not be getting paid as they should. So let's pause for a second and really unpack what Ray J is putting out there, why the internet is suddenly on fire over this situation, and why bringing up Suge Knight has people raising serious eyebrows. Because recently, Ray J went completely viral after uploading videos online where he spoke directly to Snoop Dogg and didn't hold anything back.
Snoop, you my relative. I talked to Julian, I talked to Dash, I talked to Corrupt, I talked to everybody, and everybody's telling me you turned into the new Suge. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I don't want to believe that you turned into the new Suge. I'm going to believe that you've given everybody what they deserved. And everything that they ever didn't get, you taking over Death Row was supposed to be the one to be the savior to give everybody what they needed. Word on the street is that you haven't given anybody nothing. And you became the new Suge. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I want you to respond, and I want you to tell me that you're not the new Suge. I want you to tell me that you gave everybody all the publishing and all the rights and everything that they deserved. Everybody from our cousin Dash to, Julian, to whoever else is talking shit, right? I don't give a fuck about nobody else but that's related to us. I said two that is in our bloodline, and you're a great person. I love you. Can you please tell everybody that I'm tripping and that you have not become Suge Knight? Because if you have, then we'll deal with that and we'll figure it out. But everybody's feelings are hurt. Nobody feels like you have come through for them. Everybody from the LBC to Carson to Compton to Los Angeles all the way up to Santa Clarita. But you've been keeping all the money and you're super rich. I love you, Snoop. Please respond to this, because I'm not here to try to point the finger. But when Dash tells me something, Julian tells me something, and then there's like 20 other people that's telling me other things that are surprising. Because the last thing I thought that you would be is the new Suge Knight. Make it make sense, Snoop. Make it make sense right now. Because I don't give a f. You know that. You're my cousin. But don't ever think that you doing people wrong I'm not gonna let it slide. What are you gonna do to me? Exactly. Let's talk about it. Let's do a sit down and let's figure out, why do people say you're the new Suge? Why do people say that you're f***ing them over all their money? Why do people say that you're the worst person in the world right now in LA? Why? When you're my cousin. Let's figure it out. I love you, Snoop. But I also love Daz. I also love Julian. I also love all my Crip homies and all my blood homies. Don't represent Death Row if you're Suge Knight again. Unless that's what it is. If you Suge again, it is Death Row. I'm confused. Can you please make light of what we're going through right now on the West Coast? Snoop, my cousin, sincerely, Ray J.
Ray J basically revealed that people inside the industry have been telling him something that's been weighing on his mind. They're saying Snoop Dogg has started moving in ways that remind them of Suge Knight. And hold up, anyone who understands hip-hop history knows that comparison is serious. Ray J explained that he's been hearing complaints from artists tied to Death Row Records saying their royalties might not be handled properly, and that some of them feel they're not being treated right. Now listen to this. Ray J made it clear his goal wasn't to disrespect Snoop. He said he's speaking up because they're family, and he doesn't want Snoop's legacy taking a hit if these issues are actually happening behind the scenes. Ray J basically warned him straight up, people are saying you're turning into Suge Knight. And girl, the internet immediately went wild. Now, if you know the history of Death Row, you already understand why that comparison hits so hard. Back in the 90s, Death Row Records was one of the most powerful forces in hip-hop, launching huge stars like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and Tupac Shakur. But hold up, the label also became notorious for drama, intimidation, and artists claiming they weren't getting paid correctly. A lot of those accusations were aimed directly at Suge Knight. Eventually, Knight lost control of the label after legal battles and financial collapse. Fast forward to today, Snoop Dogg actually purchased Death Row Records in 2022 and promised fans he would revive the legendary label in a positive way. So when people start whispering that the same problems might be resurfacing, you can see why things get uncomfortable fast. And listen, this is where the situation gets even more interesting. Ray J isn't the only one raising eyebrows about what's going on. Some former Death Row artists have already been speaking out about business disputes connected to the label. For example, Daz Dillinger accused Snoop Dogg of attempting to take control of music rights and trademarks connected to Death Row artists.
I be hearing people say, since Snoop got Death Row, they didn't try to get no royalties and stuff before then. I'm the only I always try to get royalties. I've been on their ass ever since. He won Koch, everybody. Everybody gonna get it. You hanging with them, it's just like in the street. You hanging with them and they get shot, you gonna get too. So hey, guilty by association. I'm coming to get mine, man. Like I said before, that money. I don't want the money. I just want the rights. Because when you get the rights, the money comes. So you know what I'm saying? Keep that money. I don't give a about that money. I got money. I got money. I got money. Got the money.
Daz Dillinger claimed that Snoop Dogg had been making business moves involving the catalog and allegedly using royalties tied to music created by other artists. Hold up, Snoop didn't stay quiet about that for long. He jumped online and fired right back, basically brushing off the accusation and saying his cousin was just hating and broke.
You ain't got shit to do but hate on me, huh? In a minute, I'ma f you up, cuz, on some real shit. Not physically, but business-wise. Cause you broke as a right now, so I'ma f you up in a minute, cuz. Leave me alone. Leave me the f alone. Leave me alone, cuz. You up. Leave me alone.
And listen to this. Things got even messier. Just last week, the son of Nate Dogg stepped forward claiming that Snoop Dogg has been taking royalties connected to Nate Dogg's older music catalog.
But supposedly Snoop, got the okay from my grandma to go to her house and get my pop's masters. She, pretty much showed him where the masters were, however this occurred, and he left with the masters.
So yeah, tension inside the Death Row Records circle has clearly been building for a minute now. And now Ray J jumping into the conversation just adds another layer of drama to an already messy situation. But hold up, Ray J's message didn't come across as pure criticism. Honestly, it sounded more like a warning. He pointed out that Snoop Dogg has built one of the most respected legacies in hip-hop, and if artists genuinely feel cheated or mistreated, that reputation could start shifting real fast. Ray J basically said the last thing he wants is to see Snoop end up carrying the same reputation that followed Suge Knight for decades, because once the industry stamps that label on you, shaking it off is almost impossible. As of right now, Snoop Dogg hasn't directly responded to Ray J's comments, but listen, if you know how hip-hop works and this story keeps blowing up online, a response might come sooner rather than later, especially since Death Row Records is still one of the most iconic brands in hip-hop history, and if more artists keep speaking up about money and royalties, this could turn into a much bigger conversation about ownership and fairness in the music industry. But now I want to hear from you. Is Ray J trying to protect Snoop Dogg's legacy, or is he exposing something fans never saw coming? And more importantly, do you think Snoop Dogg's Death Row could actually start looking like the same situation the label had back in the Suge Knight era? Drop your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe to the channel.